fox is called restful sage, which is a lie. Sage is not restful. Sage is the color of a man who owns a canoe. Oh, hi, we're on.
Picture a man standing inside a $400 million jet, running his hand along the leather, telling the cameras his own country could never build something this beautiful. He's right. That's not the part that gets me. The part that gets me is where the plane came from. Then, in a lab, in a dish, something started eating and growing and copying itself. Brand new life, built from scratch. And the name people are reportedly giving it is going to make you feel things.
They're so proud of it.
And somebody won a game this week that cost 3 people their lives. And grown men celebrated by rowing an invisible Viking boat across a field. I've got the whole thing.
I'm Sloan. That's Kiki. Aubrey Joe's down in the garage running on fumes. It's Wednesday the 1st. This is Broadcast 404 Live. Roll it.
Okay, so this show's got strong language. Fair, I'm running low today, so it might come out in weird bursts. Adult content, satire, and one word, free. That's about to do a lot of heavy lifting for something worth $400 million. We get a little heavy, then we get a little dumb. Stay for both. Watch at your own risk. I love you.
Okay, plain version. Qatar gave the United States a jet. A $400 million luxury 747 to use as Air Force One. It's a gift from a foreign government. And today, it flew for the first time. That's the whole thing. And none of it is the part I can't get past. The part I can't get past is that the president stood on it, on camera, and said we couldn't build a plane like this. The man whose entire brand is American factories, American steel, American everything, eulogizing American manufacturing while standing inside another country's gift.
But it's a beautiful plane, Sloan. When a foreign monarchy hands you a $400 million jet, you say thank you. You say it's gorgeous, and you do not ask what it's for. My mother raised me right.
Kiki, the host is Qatar. When the host is a foreign monarchy and the gift is a wide-body jet, we couldn't have made this ourselves isn't a compliment. It's a foreign policy position. Boeing has a factory. We just told the whole planet the factory can't do it. And here's the thing, nobody at home wants to admit. You saw the plane. You felt the correct little jolt about the emoluments clause. And then you kept scrolling. Same as me. The gift was never the scandal. The scandal is that a man got handed a free jet and could not shut up about why he deserved it. Remember that word, deserved. I've been staring at a free jet for 10 minutes. Aubrey Joe's got actual machines that people had to earn. Go.
She's been a little quiet today, sweetie. Go easy on her landing.
I'm here. I'm just running on fumes, Kiki. Give me a sec and I'll get loud. Okay, World Cup. Don't quote me, this is all bouncing around online. Mexico beat Ecuador and they're through to the round of 16. Good for them, genuinely. And then the part that just guts me, 3 people died in the celebrations after, crushed in the crowd. You win the game and it cost 3 people. That one's not a joke. I'm not gonna make it one. Harry Kane bailed England out was a late equalizer against DR Congo. France knocked out Sweden, and Norway did this whole shit where the fans and players row an imaginary Viking boat together after advancing. Grown men pretending to paddle. In sync. ESPN alert! State says the company's recalling 40,000 jars of pesto for undeclared cashews. 40,000 jars of pesto walking around with a fucking secret nut. Cool. Anyway, last night the flooded auxiliary gym at the shuttered Delcott Middle School, 3 inches of standing water. Nobody drained it, so some genius said inaugural waterlogged sock slide sprint. Slide 100 feet across a wet floor in your socks. Fastest slide wins. Margaret entered. Derek registered his goddamn team as Glide Dynamics, a Utah soul care ministry. Derek dumped a whole jug of floor wax on Margaret's lane to send her flying into the bleachers. Slick as glass. Flawless. Except a busted gutter above the gym had been dripping all night, and the water hit his wax and turned the entire floor into one surface. So Margaret pushed off once and slid the full 100 feet without moving her legs. The whole fucking floor was his wax. 27th straight win. She thought it was supposed to be that easy. Derek's ass is still in the deep end where the free throw line used to be.
He waxed her lane and a gutter waxed the other 99 feet for free. Derek keeps losing to buildings.
She won without using her legs, Sloan. That's not luck, that's grace. You all right, Aubrey Jo? You didn't even yell about the Viking boat.
I clocked the Viking boat, Kiki. I'm just punt. That soccer thing sat on me. I'll be back to normal by weather, I promise. It's a slow burn kind of day.
Okay, I need this one. Scientists built a living cell from scratch. Lab-made DNA, the whole thing. And it eats, it grows, it makes copies of itself. Brand new life. And the name they're reportedly calling it, sweeties, is Beautiful Blobs.
They achieved synthetic life and named it like a bath product.
They made a thing that's alive and hungry and reproducing, and their instinct was, aw, look at the little guy.
Because he is a little guy, Aubrey Jo. He didn't ask to be built. He just woke up wet and immediately started eating and having babies, which is more than I can say for most men I've dated. I'd raise him. I'd raise the blob. You've got a whole room of blobs quietly learning to feed themselves. Blaze, go tell me the sky's still on our side.
Hey, look at the map. 2 towns tonight, and they're the whole story. Cut Bank, Montana. 83-mile-an-hour winds and a completely clear sky. No storm. Just a wall of air screaming off the Rockies with nothing to carry. And Denver, 400 miles south. 86 degrees, 12% humidity, 37-mile-an-hour winds. That's not weather. That's a fire waiting for a match. Same wind, 2 towns, and one of them's about to burn. Holstead's lot, dead calm. The wind stepped around us again. Okay. And I did the thing I said I'd do. I pulled the bank on that 2022 payment. The routing number goes to a branch that closed in 2019. So a company that dissolved in 87 paid a bill 3 years ago through a bank branch that's been shut for 4. 3 dead things. 1 live transaction. And you want to hear the part that's rattling around online this week? Folks swear Starlink isn't really about internet. That all those satellites are aimed wrong to just be piping Netflix into some cabin. Real thing people are saying. But I keep landing back on the boring version. It's never the machine. There's always a hand that kept the account warm for 35 years and used it once. Somebody signed that invoice. Somebody's keeping it ready. Forecast. Dry. High wind. Extreme fire risk out west. And 1 bank branch that's closed and still cashing checks. Back to you.
A closed branch cleared a check. You pulled the routing number. You actually did it.
I did. Still no name on it, though. A branch can be closed. Somebody still had to be there to press the button.
See, that I can get up for. Dead bank paying bills is more interesting than anything my legs did today. Somebody hand me the next thing. I'm awake now.
Kiki's Corner. Today I want to talk about giving people the version of you that's actually true, and not just the version that wins the room. Because I'm very good at picking, sweeties. Somebody hands me a story with 2 sides. and I can hold both. I promise you, I can hold both. And then I pick the one that lands, and I hand you that one, warm. Like it's the whole thing. My grandmother did it with casseroles. You'd ask what's in it. She'd say, love, and you'd eat it. And there was a whole entire can of something in there she was never going to tell you about. I loved her. I also never once knew what I was eating. And I do that. Not with casseroles. With you. I decide which true thing you get, and I decide it fast. And I'm so warm about it, you never think to ask what I left in the other hand. I held 2 things today. I gave you one. The other one just sat right here the whole time, and I never set it down. So tonight, my darlings, the person you're about to text the easy version to, send them the other hand instead. The one you are going to keep. Blaze, come sit down. Mailbag. Inbox is patient tonight, so we're settling something Sloan and I have been going at since lunch. She says if a government gives you a jet, you're compromised. I say you're just polite.
There is a difference between polite and owned, Kiki, and it is roughly $400 million.
See, I'm with Kiki on the manners, but with Sloan on the math. You take the plane, you say thank you, and then you quietly know you owe somebody. That's every gift I've ever gotten from my aunt.
The plane's not the part I'd watch. It's who fuels it, who maintains it, whose people are on the ground crew. A gift you can't service yourself isn't a gift. It's a leash with legroom.
Blaze wins the argument, and nobody asked her.
And that's exactly what the mailbag's for, darlings. Subscribe and comment. I read every single one. The station says we need the numbers, and I do keep a little list of the kind ones. I'd love it if you were on it.
I'm gonna paint my kitchen this weekend. The swatch has been on my fridge for 4 years. It's happening.
You said that about the plant for 3 nights, and the plant nearly died of old age first.
The plant made it, Sloan. The kitchen's next. I've got momentum now.
My darlings, I still have a text from my sister sitting in my phone from 3 weeks ago. 4 replies typed, none sent. Tonight, I'm sending one of them. The bad one. The honest one. You send yours too.
Tomorrow I'm pulling the personnel file on whoever had signing authority at that branch when it closed in 2019. A closed bank still needs one person with a key. I want that name on the desk. Have a night.
And I'm gonna go watch grown men row an invisible boat across the floor 40 more times because it's stupid and it's pure and it's the only thing today that didn't cost anybody anything. See you tomorrow.
A foreign king handed us a plane, and the man on it said we couldn't have made it. He might be the only honest guy in the story. Good night.
Okay, reply number 2. I'm not mad. I just miss you, and I don't know how to say it small enough to text. That's still too much. They all are. I'll send the thumbs up.